Hi everyone. Today I wanted to do a rant video where I just have a conversation with you guys and whatever comes through comes through. And this one today is a personal one. It is an emotional one. It is something that I felt very inspired to talk to you guys about, and I don't know how long this video will be. I don't know if it's going to be 1 hour. I don't know if it is. I'm going to break it up into parts, and I do want you guys to sit through the entire thing. I don't know who's going to be listening to this. I don't know who's going to need this message, but I've been inspired to do that, and I act on inspiration. So today's message that I wanted to give you is just keep shining your light. What does that mean? What does it mean? What did I just say? You guys know that, well, I don't talk about myself on this channel. Maybe one video initially I spoke about myself, and then few question answer videos here and there, but I don't really draw parallels between what I teach, whether it's on YouTube or in my coaching or my seminars or workshops, whatever. I don't tell you guys about the parallel between what I teach and my life. So obviously, if I started out doing YouTube when I was 19 years old, but before that, for 19 years before that, I was obviously on a journey. I was obviously living a life path that brought me to that knowledge that I now share with you guys, or have been sharing with you guys for the past 5 years. Now, pretty obviously, if you've gotten into spirituality, personal development, you've had some things that you went through that brought you into this path, because otherwise there is no reason to ask these questions unless you generally want to expand or shift something about yourself or about your life. So obviously there's been a journey. Now, what over the years, today where I'm at is a place that I never thought possible for myself. And the reason why I say this is because every now and then somebody writes a status message about me, or writes an article about me, or publishes something about me, and pushes something about me or my work as Synchro Shakti. And a lot of the times it's surreal, because the very same people who support me unconditionally today are people who I never would have thought in a million years would have actually seen me, understood me, accepted me, loved me, and pushed my expression in this world. I've had my family pushes my work more than anybody else. I mean, they're my biggest fans, which is a big deal, right? Can you imagine your family? You have cousins, uncles, aunties, parents who are many times your age, sitting and listening to your wisdom or what you're talking about, and pushing it and wanting everyone else. It's not even like, oh yeah, she's my family, but as the recipient wanting to share your words. Do you realize, like, that's a big thing for me? Or coming to a point where I have clients who are, I'm not sitting and taking this as a boasting session. I'm just trying to show you the reality that I have created for myself, where I have clients who've done the craziest things that you cannot even imagine. And the fact that I, as a 24-year-old, am their advisor, giving them life advice and helping them shift their life is, even if I don't consciously realize it, there's a divinity in that. There's an inspiration, there's an expression in that the conscious mind can't understand. When I stand in front of big corporate people and I'm delivering this message of personal development and self-help, of spirituality, to people who are 2, 3, 4 times my age, there is no logic to how that's even possible. Logically, how can somebody start, at the age of 19 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 be doing work in this field when you would be considered as too young or whatever to do this work, right? So I never questioned it. I never questioned this work. All I just did was I just kept doing what I felt inspired to do. So I'm always in this surreal space of wondering how the hell is this happening. So there are two things, okay? I want you to be here. I want you to listen, right? Because here's personal sharing. Here's personal time with Katka, just to kind of understand. Obviously, if you know me, you know there are two biggest passions, two biggest inspirations, two biggest expressions of my life, and that is, of course, obviously personal development. I live, breathe, eat, die. Everything is personal development for me, and of course, the biggest is music. Now, no matter how much I try to push this away from me, no matter how much I get overwhelmed and upset, and I say I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do personal development anymore. I don't want to music anymore. No matter how much I push that away from me, it will always come back, flying straight into my face. Because it's a part of my expression. It's not coming from up here. I'm not doing videos or doing music or doing training or coaching or whatever because I have this big ego desire to want to become a legend. Well, that'd be nice, but I'm not doing it in that conscious mental space of saying, yeah, this is why I'm doing it, even though it's important to have that clutch with you. But I'm just doing it because I'm just doing it. It's just what I'm inspired to do, and I'm acting on inspiration. And as I'm acting on inspiration, my life is expanding, and I'm beginning to open up and have opened up to experiences and people and opportunities and an impact that I never saw it was possible for me in my life. If you had told me 3-4 years ago, when I was back in college, if you had told me that, Katka, by the way, 3 years from now, the same classmates who bully you or the same people that make you feel like shit are going to basically love the daylights out of you, celebrate you, push your content out there, and write amazing things about you, I'd look at them going, what kind of alternate universe am I going to access? Because in my perception of myself, I was a complete loser through college. I had no freaking friends. I had no teacher who said, wow, Katka, I love your music, or wow, I love your writing, you're creative. I had nothing of that sort. And the biggest critic that I had was me. Do you know what it's like to live your entire life battling with yourself? The reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about shining your own light is because when you are sitting there thinking that you are a product of your perception about yourself, your mental perception about it, I'm not good enough, who's going to listen to me, nobody likes me, if I do this and I lose all my friends, if I do this my parents will be pissed off me. When you are ignoring your inner, abandoning your inner expression, and you're just up here in your head questioning it at every level, you are pretty much doing a disservice not just to yourself but to the rest of humanity. And even if you're sitting here right now thinking nothing I do is going to impact humanity, how does humanity even come into the picture of me doing what I want to do? You have no idea who is going to be inspired by you acting on your inspiration. You have no idea who's sitting on the other side listening to you, or listening to your music, or watching or consuming your product. You have no idea what's happening on the other end, or what's happening under the surface. All you need to be doing is just allowing the inspiration to come through and just doing it. Not questioning it, just doing it. Now I could have questioned, how in God's name do I have so many clients who come with case studies that are incredible case studies that I work with? How do I train so many people who are so many years ahead of elder to me, or do music in the conscious music industry, reggae music industry, or just any music industry? Logically, I could have 10,000 things to stop me from doing it. There is no logic to this. There's no logic to someone who's 19 talking about spirituality on the internet from South India. There's no flippin' logic to it. It's not known. It's not heard of. It's not something that I saw someone doing. I just did it because I felt inspired to doing it. And in me acting on my inspiration and me honoring that expression, did I actually make an expansive experience of life, not just for myself but for other people who are a reflection of me. Imagine what you can do when you shine your light. If you're sitting here wondering that life is going to be the same for you, that you're shit and nothing is ever going to work out for you and things don't change, you cannot be further from the truth. It's incredibly crazy, scary even, how life completely changes. And I'm not some lucky case that it changed for me. All of us can have the most expansive life experience if you just do. If you do yourself, no sexual connotations here, but you do yourself, be who you are. Do you want to be a dancer? I know some of you out there who want to be dancers but don't go to Walmart for your day job. Disclaimer, okay? I'm not asking you to quit your job because financial stability is important. I'm asking you, what are you doing after your work hours? What are you doing during the weekend? What are you doing for your expression, your inspiration? You want to be a dancer? What are you doing to become or express your dance, express yourself through dance? You want to become an entrepreneur? What are you doing to become an entrepreneur when you're not in your 9 to 5? Let me give you a perspective, okay? The reason why, okay, again, I get emotional about this. The reason why I'm so supported today is because at some point I had to stop fighting myself because it was taking me nowhere. And I will get to that story of how much I fought with myself for being the only one who was vegetarian, being the only one who doesn't drink or smoke or do any drugs or don't take dairy, whatever. I was the only one doing that. I was the only one doing many things, and I hated myself. I hated everything about myself. I didn't want to be isolated from society. I didn't want to be hurt every time I walked into my college campus because I just did not vibe with what everyone else was doing. I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to be able to enjoy the alcohol binging parties and the beef burger parties and going to the mall and partying and driving rashly and drunk, and I wanted to be loved and accepted as all of us do. And for some reason, because of the path that I had for myself, I couldn't do that because I could try being like that. I could try fitting into the world of my peers. I'm not saying all of my peers are like that, but a huge majority of them are born in the world of media, right? Like me and my brother, we stopped watching TV almost a decade ago. We stopped reading the newspaper a decade ago. For 10 years, we've had no connection with consuming mass media. And growing up in a world that is completely consumed by mass media was tough for us. And it was the loneliest path, and I hated it. I hated being this way. I hated being the only one who listened to this form of music. I hated being the only one who cared about the future of our children. I hated being the only one who cared about the trees. I still walk around with people and I look at the trees and I say, wow, look at that beautiful flower, and people sit and laugh. I still experience that. Surprisingly. People like, who appreciates nature? Like, who talks like you, Katka? I still go through that. I know that. But no matter how much I hated myself, and no matter how much I fought, and I fought like a battle, okay? Banging on the damn floor, crying my eyes out, asking the divinity, why did you make me like this? Why couldn't I be like everybody else? Because everybody else was so damn blissful and so damn happy, while I was just sad all the time. Because loneliness is a tough thing for humans. You know, humans are social beings. We have a need to feel love and belonging. It's a part of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Love and belonging. I didn't have that need. I didn't fit in with my family. I didn't fit in with my peers. And I sure as hell didn't fit in with myself, because I hated myself for being different. And that battle is messed up. Okay? No relationship with myself at all. While I had this divine inspiration to share myself, to share the divinity through me, whether it was through conscious music or whatever lifestyle choices that I made, or the music I was listening to, whatever it is, the path of doing YouTube and stuff like that. While that thing was always there, I battled against it. I know a lot of us do that. A lot of us have this inspiration to do things that are greater than ourselves, but then we just fight against it. Because we think that that being different is somehow a bad thing. Now the norm is changing. Now everyone wants to be different, because now, you know, entrepreneurship is a fashion now. But at that time, you know, like, people still celebrate. Oh, we won't get into that. But when I stopped fighting and started embracing myself. Yes, I don't drink, and that's fine. There's nothing, you know how messed up it is to live in a world where you're trying to convince yourself that it's okay to not drink alcohol, or not smoke cigarettes, or not do drugs. You know that the world culture, the youth culture, you know that there's a dissonance there, because it's uncool growing up being. I'm not saying I'm the only one who doesn't drink smoke. I mean, yeah, but I'm saying for the person that I am, the things that I like, the stuff that I, you know, I'm into spirituality and psychedelic music and things like that, and reggae music and all of that. You know, all of my things that I love, sometimes the crowd that I attract may or may not be on similar paths as me. Especially, you know, going through university and stuff like that. When I stopped fighting and I started falling in love with myself and seeing how lovely and beautiful it is that I can honor that aspect of myself, that's when I started first off building a relationship with myself, and instead of hate, I replaced it with absolute love, absolute embrace of everything that I am. Okay? Not just identity, that's an ego thing. Okay? Not just, yeah, I'm a vegetarian, doesn't drink, not just that. I'm talking about my expression as being a youth in the personal development industry, as being a youth in the conscious music industry. And I embraced it. I formed the most important relationship in this universe. It's not a relationship between you and the divinity. The first thing is a relationship between you and you, because the divinity is in you. You are an expression of divinity. If you're going to fight against that, then no other relationship outside of you will work, because you're not working your own relationship. So many of us, so many of you, I know you guys, I know some of you are my clients, some of you are my friends, some of you are my family. I know you guys. I know that so many of you are sitting there building this image of yourself inside of you that you are shit. And 4 years ago, I felt the same way. And the reason why we feel shit is because we wait on other people to appreciate us. We wait on other people to celebrate us. We wait on other people to say it's okay to be ourselves. But people are not going to do that. In fact, they have other things to do. The people will always talk. One, okay, hurt people hurt other people. The reason why people belittle other people is because that's how they talk to themselves also. But you do your bit in being yourself, and you clean out on all the other data around that. All that other data is, I'm not good enough, who the hell's going to listen to me, I'm just young, I'm too old, blah 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 blah, whatever it is. Clean on that. Clean that out of your system. Just keep doing it. Don't question it. Stop looking for results. Oh, am I getting the YouTube followers? Am I getting the Instagram? Just do your inspiration. Keep your job, but also act on who you are. Who are you? What inspires you? What is the things that make you freaking joyful? That's you. That is what you want to embrace. Stop going out for parties and things when you know you don't want to do that. I'm not talking to the people who do love doing that. I'm talking to people who come to me and say, Katka, I know I'm with the wrong people. I know I'm doing the wrong things. I know I'm sitting at Walmart when I should be doing a job at Walmart when I want to do something else. I know there's 99% of you guys there. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me that you don't know what I'm talking about. I know that this is you are abandoning yourself. I know you are abandoning expression because you're scared of what may happen when you do take that risk, when you do go and act on your inspiration. If your inspiration is to inspire other people, do that. You don't have to be freaking Tony Robbins to do that. You can do that just being yourself. You know what I mean? So many things won't make sense to your head, won't make sense to your logic. How is this possible? But I just want you to act on your inspiration and just do what you need to do. You know, make your inspiration your priority. Acting on inspiration your priority. Why am I saying this again? If you had told me, again coming back to that, if you had told me many years ago, 3-4 years ago, that Katka, you would be on stage with your inspirations, you would have links with your heroes in the music industry, you'd be personally advised by them, you'd be cared for by your family, these people, your music, you'd find a direction in music, you'd find your own self, you would expand yourself beyond you could ever imagine. You would have big people personally putting in time and effort into your expansion for no gain of theirs. That's a big thing, if you had told me anything of my life today, back then, I would have never believed you, because I never thought in that image that I had of myself, which was I was shit, that any of that was even remotely possible to even touch with a stick. But that actually did happen. And the only thing that changed was I stopped fighting myself and fighting my inspiration and telling myself all these nonsensical things that I thought I was, which was, I am a complete loner, I am, I'm really dark, nobody understands me. All of these are scripts that keep repeating itself until you learn to let go of them. They're not real, they're not written in stone, you know what I mean? What is real is this thing here. If something is coming through for you from here, you act on it. Don't question it, don't second guess it, just do it. I promise you will find yourself in a place that you can never imagine. Just do it. Don't question it. Love yourself through the entire journey. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. How many people, you ask the people who work with me on Team Synchro, ask my producer in Jamaica, ask my any any producer artist I work with, ask my family, they know that there have been times where I've just been like, screw it. It's tough. It's tough. But it's going to be a whole lot easier when you are on your own side.